Are you looking to lose weight in 2023? If that's you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm gonna show you the 10 steps you can do to lose 30 pounds by June 2023, like my client Ains did in 2022. If you follow these 10 steps, I guarantee you that it will transform your life. Quick side note though, make sure you stay to the end of the video, because that's where I'm gonna show you where you can get additional free resources to help you along your journey. In steps 1 through 6, we're gonna cover preparation. Number 1, you wanna visit Hell and Heaven Island. If you're still on the fence as to whether or not you wanna start working out and eating better in 2023, I'll have you consider a different perspective. Sure, if you don't work out in January or you don't change your diet, not a lot is gonna happen. But what happens if you continue this trend for 2 years, for 5 years? That is what I call Heaven and Hell Island. 2 years from now, you could be 30 pounds lighter, you could feel amazing in your body, you could have different relationships, you could have completely transformed your career due to the confidence that you have. Versus 2 years from now, if you continue down the path you're going, maybe you're 10 pounds heavier, maybe you've developed some sort of chronic disease, maybe you've lost some of the things that you currently have now. And that is what you gotta look at when you are considering this decision that you are making. It is a fork in the road that if you look at that delta is actually a massive decision that you are choosing to make right now. And when you look at it that way, it's much more inspiring and it's much more motivating to go the direction that your higher self wants to go. Number 2, you need to identify a plan. What are you going to do to adhere to a calorie deficit and adhere to the macros needed to lose weight and get the body composition that you are after? What is your calorie intake going to be? What are your macros going to be? What foods are you going to eat specifically to help you get to those goals? Then on the fitness side of things, what is your workout routine going to look like? What time of the day are you working out? When you're at the gym, what are you doing specifically to get the body that you're looking for? If you go down this path without a map to your destination, I can almost guarantee you that you will wind up lost. Number 3, create a process-oriented goal that is tied to the result that you are after. And now this is what my best clients do, and ultimately this is what the best athletes in the world do, because the result cannot happen in a day. You cannot win a Super Bowl in a day. You cannot lose 30 pounds in a day. But what you can do is execute the daily process that you need to do each day to be successful. Let's say you have 6 months and you're working out 5 times each week for 24 weeks. That's 120 workouts. Your job is to do 120 workouts by the time you get to the end of June. Let's say you have 180 walks that you want to do for 30 minutes. Your goal is to be able to say, I did 180 out of 180 walks. Now, like I said, you can't win the Super Bowl in a day, but what this is doing is giving you a process that if you follow at least to 90% consistency, it is all but guaranteed that you will hit your goal. Or if you're not quite to your goal yet, it is unreasonable for you to not have a considerable amount of momentum towards your goal. And ultimately, that's where your confidence is going to come from, by adhering to your say to do ratio. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. When that ratio is as close to 1-to-1 as possible, you feel more confident. Number 4, delete the eating apps off your phone. Delete Doordash, delete Uber Eats. I know it's convenient, I know it's fun, but ultimately you want to create as much friction as possible to the habits that you don't want to have. And you want to reduce the friction as much as possible to the habits you do want to have. A cousin to this idea is that if you have a gym that is 30 minutes away or you have a gym that is 5 minutes away, choose the gym that is 5 minutes away. Proximity is going to win 99 times out of 100. It doesn't matter that that big fancy gym is 30 minutes away, because it is harder for you to get to it over the course of these next 6 months. Number 5, use meal prep delivery services or a service like Amazon Fresh or Instacart to have your food delivered to you. Not having groceries is an excuse that needs to be left in 2005. If you can have Uber Eats deliver your Thai food to your door, you can have your protein powder delivered to your door on a cadence. So if you have your protein snacks or your staples that you know you eat each week, set those on a recurring subscription so that they get delivered to your door, so that if you have a busy week or you're traveling, you don't have to worry about getting groceries on the weekend. Number 6, find an accountability partner. The American Society of Training and Development conducted a study on accountability and discovered that if you have an idea or a goal, you are 10% likely to achieve that goal. If you consciously decide that you will achieve that goal, you are 25% likely to complete your goal. Now, compare that with 95%, which is the likelihood that you will achieve your goal if you are accountable to a third party. Now that could be a coach, that could be a friend, that could be a mentor at work, but when you have someone holding you accountable, you are held to a higher standard. All right, so that's all of the strategy and the preparation that you can do before getting started. Now let's dive into some tactics. Steps 7 through 10 are all about the execution that you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis. Number 7, track your metrics. Now there can be a lot of context to this, or it can sound like a lot of work, but ultimately if you are going off of feelings, you're gonna end up in the exact same place you found yourself in. Picture this, let's say you're at work and someone says that, I feel like the clients owe us money, or I feel like we're gonna have a profit in Q3. You would laugh them out of the room. And you going off of feelings and you going off of emotion and making decisions based off of that is going to lead you to the same result that you're at. So if you're trying to lose weight, you need to track your weight. I would track your weight every single day so that you can see a trend line, so that you can see the little fluctuations and see the trajectory of where you are headed. I would track your nutrition. That is going to drive 90% of the results that you're after. I would track your steps. I would track your sleep. I would track your training performance. These are all ultimately gonna help you be more motivated because you're gonna see yourself improving week to week, even day to day with the process that you laid out. And it's ultimately gonna make you continue going, and you'll know what to adjust and what to fix and what to pivot on when you aren't getting the progress that you want. Number 8, walk more. Aim to get 8 to 10,000 steps a day. I know this sounds simple, I know this sounds easy, but walking is the easiest thing that you can do to increase your calorie expenditure. It has a very minimal amount of recovery requirement. It's something that anyone can do at any point. And as much as I wish that I could go and possess my clients or go and possess you watching this video, I can't do it for you. So it's something you gotta go and make sure that you do yourself. Put it on your calendar, a little 30-minute meeting with yourself where you just go for a walk, listen to a podcast, listen to some music, listen to a book, go out, get in nature. That increase in movement is going to help you find that calorie deficit that you are after without having to cut calories too much. And if you're someone who has been working at a desk or working at home more, that is one of the biggest reasons why I have seen clients come to me wanting to lose the weight that they put on starting in 2020. When you stop moving, when you stop walking to work, when you stop walking to meetings, that is the biggest thing that takes a hit on your calorie energy expenditure. Number 9, charge your phone away from your bed. Now this might sound small, but small hinges swing big doors. And your sleep and your recovery is the biggest linchpin that is going to enable you to follow your diet, to follow your workout routine, and handle the stress that you are inevitably going to encounter over the course of your life. Scrolling at night or checking emails first thing in the morning is one of the biggest reasons why you are losing precious hours of sleep. And if you don't believe me, go to your phone settings and check your app usage time. When you are sleep deprived, you are more susceptible to work stress, sickness, cravings, and lack of energy that is going to keep you from getting to the gym. And finally, number 10, start curating your environment. Losing weight isn't like installing a new furnace. It is like changing the direction of a cruise ship. It takes time. But in that process, you are changing your environment to fuel you with more momentum in the right direction. This starts by changing what you listen to on podcasts, what you're reading, who you're following on social media, what you're doing when you're hanging out with friends, who you're hanging out with for that matter. They all contribute to your weight loss journey. It's much harder to stay on track if your environment is telling you that being overweight and continuing to do the habits that led to you being overweight is acceptable. When you curate your environment, you change the standard of how things are done in your surroundings. And it's much easier to step up into the standard of your surroundings than it is to raise the standard of your surroundings. So there you have it. Those are all of my secrets. That's how I've helped clients lose 30 pounds. That's how I've lost 30 pounds myself. And down below in the description, you will see links that address every single one of these points to give you resources or to give you more context and training on how to do these to the best of your ability. One of those is my high performance health course. Inside you'll find recipe books, shopping lists, trainings on the things that I just covered, and even 30 days free of my everyday athlete training plan and the Return of the Athlete app. If you want to learn more about coaching during that time, there's going to be a link down below as well. Thanks for watching. If you got any comments or questions, drop them down below. If you got value out of this video, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button as well. And finally, I believe in you. You got this. Return of the Athlete is all about having that epic comeback and getting back to what you know you are capable of. This is the year you're going to do it.